What about the aliens, P?
I believe there's aliens, but again, I don't. Yes.
Why?
And so an alien.
I don't believe they're fucking these big-headed, green-looking motherfuckers. though.
Okay, what's your version of an
We're
alien?
sitting
look
with an
like
alien.
then?
I think Men in Black was like a great
Like they're low key, like people low key.
Yeah, they're like
actually
low. I
aliens.
think they're like people in plain sight, but like we don't know.
Yeah, stop it. There's no aliens, bro.
You don't think there's aliens? There's no other
There's
like
no
life
other
out there.
civilization out there that we don't know about.
P, shut the fuck up.
Welcome back to another episode of Podcast P, your new favorite hoop show. I am your host, Podcast P. I'm with my guys, new church league champion,
Oh, y'all won?
Number one, baby. We took it home.
Dallas Rutherford.
Okay, Dallas.
And my guy, Jackie, I can't hit no home runs. How you play this game? MLB The Show long.
I like it. That was good.
I ain't even played the game.
He had the most questions. Just play the game.
Yeah, I like
I ain't
it.
even played.
He had the most questions. How you do this? How you swing the? I couldn't
How
throw the
many of
ball.
us
My
have
dude kept
them?
doing this.
I gotta get the right set.
I gotta get the right
They
setting.
scored 3
Can
runs.
depend
Bro, play the game.
Friends. I don't like y'all sometimes. I really don't.
Come on, you
Always
gotta clean
get
that
the
up.
whack names in the intro. He get the championship. I got to get the bag on all the time. I need a new intro. Give me a new one. P. I'm tired of getting hated on.
Okay,
over
I got
here.
you.
They bring me in again.
Here we go. Jackie hang time, cornrowy long. Show the cornrow. Show the hang time. Inches. Hello.
Okay, chill.
I like that one, B. I
like
give
that
you
one?
that one. I
You
give
like
you
that
that
one?
one.
Inches,
My hair
nice.
is long. Like my last name. Buck. Go ahead, Dallas.
As P said, it's the playoffs, but we're going to keep dropping these every Monday. Make sure you're following us on YouTube and across all our social media channels at Podcast P Show. Jackie, let us know what's coming up on episode 8.
Come on, man. We done made it to 8. We done made it to 8, so don't hate. All we want to do is congratulate. Of course, man. So look, episode 7, we was like, I asked y'all a question about who wore the greatest number 7 jersey on them, right?
Right.
We on episode 8. Why not do the same thing?
Right. Okay.
Who got the best number 8 in the world?
Okay. Well, this is easy.
Well, I already know what you gonna say.
The GOAT.
Who you gonna say?
Yeah.
Kobe.
Oh, that's what you gonna say?
Kobe.
That's a goddamn. I want to say it, but he said it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Troy Aikman.
Okay.
Okay, who you got?
We got basketball. We got football.
Yeah, who you got? Dallas,
I'm
Google
looking
it?
a few up.
Oh,
you know
he
what
in
I
the
mean?
phone.
I don't. Number 8's hard.
How is it hard?
Number 8 is tough. But
Cal Ripken.
Okay,
Cal
Jackie.
Ripken.
You knew that? You knew that before we were in the
Ovechkin.
back talking about this?
We weren't talking about one in the back with y'all.
Okay.
I went in the back with y'all. I'm 41.
All right.
A little history. little history of mine.
Ovechkin, number 8.
Yeah.
GOATs at number 8.
Yaki.
Okay. The only interesting one that I did saw was Archie Manning. I thought that one was cool. I
That
didn't
you
know
did
that.
see.
Yep.
That you did see.
What did I say?
That you did saw.
That I did saw?
Saw?
It's
cool.
Tomato. You know what I mean? Like, hey.
Teach and learn at the same
you know what I
time.
mean, we're learning new words, and it's a lot of things going on
Yeah.
this episode.
What did I say?
Uns-
Intentionality. There we go.
I don't know what it was. All right, Jackie, it's time to check in on our picks.
You late, Dallas. I'm already on mine. You know, it's playoff time, so it's getting serious up on here.
Man, I just won big thanks to Jimmy Butler and Bam beating their projections. How'd you do?
You ask me that every week and you know I'm up. But please let the people know what Prize Picks is, man.
Okay, so Prize Picks is a daily fantasy app where you pick 2 to 6 players, like the video on your screen, then pick if they will have more or less than their prize pick projection. You aren't competing against other people. It's just you versus the projections available. So how did you win, Jackie?
Man, all I did was place the entry on Russell Westbrook to score more points than he was projected to get, and Trae Young to score less than what he was projected to get. And at the end of the day, I always know how much money I won. But please, let the Prize Pick people know how much money they can win out there.
You can win up to 25 times your money on any entry. And on top of all that, all first-time users that deposit and use our promo code PodcastP will receive a 100% instant deposit match up to $100.
He not lying, y'all. It's easy as this. If you deposit $20, Prize Pick's gonna give you $20. If you deposit $100, Prize Pick gonna give you $100. Cha-ching! Okay, y'all, look, it's enough of that. So let's check out our first topic. So, P, let us know what you got for us, baby.
So The Athletic just dropped a new NBA player survey, and it's pretty interesting. Some of the votes that took place. Let's talk about it.
Were you a part of the survey? And for the people that don't know what the survey was about, talk a little bit about what the survey was actually on and who was involved.
Yeah, I was a part of the survey. I remember doing the survey and having picks. We went over the GOAT, who's the best all time. We went over the least person you would like to fight.
For real?
Really?
Yeah.
They asked y'all that?
They asked us that. I don't know why. We went over trash talk.
Okay.
Who trash talks the most, or who is the best trash talker in our game now?
That's so crazy.
I think there was one more on who you would build a team with.
Right.
Like,
who we build the team
who would
with,
you
the
start?
player that we'll pick first to start a franchise. It was some interesting ones.
So we're going to do our own survey and go over some of the questions. So the first question was, if you were to sign a player to build your team from scratch, who would it be? And the results came in with Giannis at number 1, the Joker at number 2, and Curry at number 3. Who did you vote for? And we'll go through and who would you build a team with?
I voted Giannis. He's gonna play both sides. He's gonna play hard as shit. He embodies like what you want from us, not even from a star player, just from your 15 man on a roster. Like, and it just so happens he is your best player. Like, and he's gonna do the dirty work. It's gonna be ugly sometimes. Like, he makes everybody around him better, and he has the charisma to be a superstar. So, yeah, Giannis. I'm starting with Giannis.
Okay. Jackie, who are you taking number 1?
Number 1, I'm taking KD.
You take KD?
I'm taking KD.
Why KD?
Ugh,
Why KD?
it's a nasty pick.
Because he make everybody better.
He does.
Makes everybody better on the team.
There's no wrong answers.
Yeah,
here.
but we're in the middle of the series, and it's just like it's a little
With the
offensive.
ops?
Yeah, it's like
Ew.
Well, I'm not saying I want to say UP, but
I'm healthy in this scenario.
sitting on the couch with me right now.
I'm healthy in this scenario.
I don't.
Giannis hurt.
Okay.
I went with Giannis.
Okay. I'm gonna be the first to change my answer. PG.
I'm gonna be the
my
first.
answer.
Now I don't believe it.
yeah, bro.
Well, I was
so
just,
ungenuine.
I was just saying it because I didn't want to put everything. We already on podcast P. I don't want to keep everything PG right on this one, but I could have said you, but I just didn't want to say you right now because I think he was gonna say you.
You fired.
So I didn't want to steal the moment. From
Anything better than Lonzo Ball, we got to be happy with
You
that
gotta
answer.
be
so.
happy
got me
with that.
fucked.
He didn't say Lonzo or LaMelo.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think Giannis is the right pick, and because he's young, you know what I mean? I'd rather have a young guy out there than, an older guy. So,
You can't go wrong with Jokic. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, no.
Like, all of them have Steph. You can't go wrong with a lot of guys as your first pick. Like, it's pretty much pick of the draw. Like, you can't go wrong with any of them. But, my pick, yeah, I'm definitely going with Giannis.
Okay, and the second survey question was who talks the most trash? And they had it number 1 with Draymond Green, number 2, Pat Bev, and number 3, Dillon Brooks. Who's in your playing career, that you've seen talk trash? Who is the worst trash talker or the best trash talker that you've?
I want to know.
The best trash talker all time to me, it's KG, hands down. KG, hands down. The shit that he would say, like the stories that you've heard, KG was the best trash talker, easily. But just the stories you would hear, or the shit that he would talk, like God damn, this motherfucker's ruthless. That story with him talking shit, with MJ and Scotty, that shit was hilarious.
Does KG go personal though?
Hell yeah.
Has he ever made you feel some type of way?
Nah, I was KG's like young fella. Like he would call me YG. Every time yo YG,
Explain
yo
to the
YG,
people what YG is.
young guy, YG.
They don't know that. They
OG, old guy. I would be
got
like
rappers
OG.
YG these days.
What's up,
they
OG?
Might think he might be saying you look like YG. They don't know.
They don't know that.
They don't know that. We gotta let the audience know. You know.
In today's game, though, who did you vote for as the who talks the most trash in today's game?
I think, me personally, I think Dillon Brooks does. Cause like Draymond talks shit when you come at him. Draymond's more of a like. Once you open this can, I'm on you. Like I'm on you all game. Like that's the worst thing you should have did was said something. So I don't necessarily take his shit talking for like something he's bringing to the game. Like that's just shit. Like if I can go there if you want to. Like that's what.
Surprised you to say Russ.
Russ.
That seems like he shit talk to me, baby, and he clowning, he doing everything.
He does. But again, it's more. Russ is more of the antics.
Okay.
And then if you start chirping, then now
he gonna get.
Yeah, we locked in.
Okay.
We locked in to chirp.
Yeah.
Dillon Brooks, he just talk. He just
want to talk.
He just want to talk.
He's new to me, like trash talking. I never heard of him really being a trash talker.
Like when did you become this guy?
You know who I would think is a good trash talker?
Spicy.
But I don't know if he's a trash talker.
Who?
He seems like it because he talks when he doing. Everybody listen. Kyrie
Don't talk trash.
Kyrie don't talk.
I said I don't know. It seemed like he does. Like
Kyrie don't talk
because he
no
just
shit.
always in a battle. Like when he was coming at Kobe at that time.
Yeah.
It just seemed like he's not afraid.
His is just confidence. Like I know what I'm capable of. Like his shit is just confidence. Like I know what I'm capable of. I think I can beat you one-on-one. Like that ain't shit talking. That's
I'm
just,
better than you.
Yeah, it's not shit talking. It's just I'm confident. I'm confident in what I could do.
Yeah, I feel like there's got to be some guys, like obviously those three are, on the top of the list, but is there any like maybe an underrated trash talker that like there's got to be some guys in the league that like I'm even trying to think of some with just all the games I've been watching, like
trash talker underrated.
Kawhi.
There's some. I'm drawing blanks on some of them, but there's definitely some that like have little jabs. There's some cool dudes in the league that are like, it's trash talking, but it's done at a fun level where you both get a laugh out of it.
Who's a trash talker?
Not really.
Not really.
Not really.
The clip of LeBron talking to Memphis, because Memphis, those guys over there, I would say they're like the biggest trash talking team. But that clip when LeBron like basically said, "Hey, like I'm not having it anymore. Like you're just talking to talk. Like you made one shot." That's one of my favorite clips of LeBron. Like
I mean, but it's the truth. Like it's the truth, y'all. Like what have you done to talk shit? You know what I mean? Like I get it. You talk shit and you established and you got shit to back it up. Like you ain't done shit. You might not even be here in 5 years. Like you might not be here in 3 years. Like what are you doing?
Have you ever got into it with him?
All the time. All the time. And it be like dumb shit that they do that just like not part of the game. Like shit he does, the shit Joe Ingles does. Like you be running down the floor and they'll just put their paws on your chest like to like hold you up.
Like for no reason.
And we at half court. Like, bro, I'm not getting the ball right here. What are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Just stupid shit they do. That's their skill set.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Some people play that way. So the third question on the survey was who is the GOAT? And obviously Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, a debate that, goes down all the time in the hoops world. But who, in your opinion, is the GOAT of the NBA?
Of the NBA, my GOAT, Kobe. My GOAT is Kobe.
Great choice.
That's my era, like who I grew up watching. MJ is like all-time prime GOAT, but my GOAT is Kobe. Like he's the it to me. Like what he did. Yeah, they both played. Like there's conversations for both. Like, obviously MJ was like a freak of nature, just crazy athletic, put 50 on you after 36 holes of golf and a fucking 18 pack of beer.
He was a good trash talker.
He was a great trash talker. I think the whole fucking like 80s was just straight up great trash talkers. Like Magic, MJ, Bird, like Isaiah, all of them was just goats at trash talking. To the point where them motherfuckers was fighting. Think about it. Like they was throwing hands during games because of the trash talking.
Snag a tooth.
GP.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
trash
say, Gary.
talker, bro.
Yeah, so T-Mac actually got one vote on that GOAT survey. And I was curious if that was you.
Me, that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
That was you, P. You the biggest T-Mac fan in the world.
I am.
You the biggest T-Mac fan in the world.
I didn't put T-Mac on there.
If I'm T-Mac,
if he's healthy, who knows?
Who put T-Mac on that list?
Yeah, that's awesome. If I'm T-Mac, that's like a big compliment that anyone gave you a vote. Like that's, I'd be like T-Mac. Like, hey, bro. Like,
right,
did
absolutely.
You see this?
P really gave the vote.
They was like GOAT conversations and T-Mac would have voted. Like, huh?
So there was
food in my mouth, huh?
The Hassan me.
Right.
So, in your opinion, with that GOAT conversation, who are some guys that don't get mentioned enough in that GOAT talk?
Tim Duncan, absolutely. Wilt Chamberlain, absolutely. Bill Russell, absolutely. Like, you don't mention those guys. And all of them for different reasons. Because you think of like LeBron being a GOAT, what he's done on the court, what he's done off the court, how he's elevated the game, transcended the game. And then you throw Bill Russell into that conversation of what he was on and off the court for, the culture, for the league. Like there's so many conversations. Tim Duncan, his longevity with one team, like goes hand in hand with what Kobe did. You know what I mean? So like there's other guys that don't get, whether they're the GOAT or not, at least put them in the conversation. Their resume stacks up just as much. You know what I mean? Their resume is just as good as, MJ. Tim Duncan's resume is just as good as Kobe's. Like they got resumes that can back up this GOAT conversation. So I think those guys get overlooked.
Curry should be mentioned in there too.
I think when he's done. When he's done. Because nobody's catching Steph's 3-point.
Man got 4 rings, man.
And count.
Okay.
4 rings. And Charles Barkley got none. And I bet you.
Well, he's not in that conversation. He's not in that conversation.
I said somebody think he is. Somebody.
They don't watch basketball.
Somebody out there old school thinking.
It's like you and
don't watch basketball.
Bro. It's like
if you got Charles in the conversation as GOAT, they not watching
somebody
basketball.
in this world. Yeah. I'm not saying he in there. I did not say that. Not say that.
Kevin Hart shit.
I did not say that. No, I was talking about.
Why did he come to mind?
Yeah,
because I was talking about Stephen Curry, and y'all.
And then you put Charles Barkley.
Just put that people talk about Charles Barkley like his.
Who have you heard say Charles Barkley?
it runs in the family. We got Charles Barkley, Lonzo Ball. It's like those basketball conversations are probably interesting.
Hey,
like you see Lonzo the other night.
The Longs. Can I get a one-on-one to the Long family?
Listen, come on. Longs is popping. Come on, man. I'm just saying they got to put Steph up in there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think when it's all said and done and Steph's career is over with, then I think for sure he's got shit on his resume that he can add to that GOAT conversation. You know what I mean? He'll go down as the best shooter in league history. Like nobody, I don't think, is catching his 3 points made in a whole span of a career. So he's got some shit to go in that resume to be in that GOAT conversation. Yeah,
I think it's based on, the real argument I think that people have is like, what is the GOAT? You know what I mean? Is it the stats that you had? Is it rings? Like everyone has a different argument on, what is the actual GOAT?
There's got to be multiple GOATs. Because if you're a GOAT to me, if the league changed because of you, right? And to your point with Steph, the threes being shot, the range, people shooting threes,
he done changed
Steph transcended the game.
So Shaq's a GOAT.
For
sure. I think Shaq's one of them,
Shaq's
I'm
a GOAT,
big
100%.
Shaq guy. He's
I just wanted to just say Stephen Curry's a GOAT. That's all.
You're right. I'm vouching with you. The Charles Barkley, I don't know where that came from.
You said Charles Barkley was a GOAT.
You said Charles Barkley is a GOAT. Your family, your people think Charles.
You said your dad and your uncles think Charles Barkley is the greatest player to ever play basketball.
Some people in the world that consider him.
We know the people.
As a GOAT. Not
you
me.
know the people.
Besides them, it's other people. Back to Podcast P.
So, speaking of podcasts, Iggy and Evan Turner have a podcast called Point Forward Podcast, and Iggy was talking with Mikal Bridges and said that you're the second most talented player in the NBA. And if you guys did not see this clip, here it is.
Like Paul George, I always say this, Paul George is the second most talented player in the NBA. And I've been upset at Paul.
Who's one?
Many a time. Kevin Durant.
Okay, I'm just
right. Kevin Durant is the most talented player. I'm talking about the size, the skill set. Right. They both of those guys don't have a flaw in their basketball skill set. Not a flaw.
Paul George.
Look at him.
What's Paul George's flaw?
No, nothing.
Because we had this discussion.
I was just talking about this too.
No, we had this discussion about Paul George. Somebody said he doesn't do any one thing great. I'm like,
oh, that's tripping.
That's cap. That's cap.
What doesn't he do great?
No, he's two-way. He's an elite two-way player, which is good enough for me.
What can't he do?
Right,
what I'm
pass,
saying.
great.
Size.
He can pass the ball.
He can dime.
We guard him all the time. You guarded him all the time.
Rock. I'm rocking with whatever y'all saying, G.
And that's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's big love right there, P.
That's big love. That's big love. Second, most talented. I'll take it. That's shout out Iggy, shout out ET, shout out that podcast Point Forward over there. Amazing work they doing. Appreciate that nod. I mean,
he just said that off of Rated PG. You gave him love, now he giving you love.
And now he giving me love back.
Rated PG.
Iggy, like that's huge coming from Iggy, because I looked at Iggy like under that same microscope of being able to do everything, being a wing, like he defended. His young Philly days, I used to think Iggy was cold. Like I thought he was like he was him. Like he had a stretch, he had a span of being in that conversation as one of the best players in the league, just because he could do everything. He could play the point at 6'9". He was big, bouncy, defended, like he did everything. And that was just how like I prided my game on. Like every summer, I used to just try to add one thing to my game. Like, and this was dating way back to when I was in high school. Add one thing, like what can I get better at? If I needed to work on my left hand, like if I needed to work on finishing, if I needed to work on catch and shoot, if I needed to work on pick and roll, like that was just how I was wired. Like I got this notion of being a defender in the league, and that came from because I was trash on defense. Like in high school, I was the worst defender. I used to be nervous as fuck when we had to do defensive drills. No bullshit.
Why?
Because I couldn't guard. I was trash on defense. Like we would do a drill where you start at the free throw line and you playing full court. You start at the free throw line and you had to roll the ball to the offensive player, and you had to fucking make him change directions. You playing full court. You had to make him change directions, and you just couldn't let him blow by you for a layup.
Wow.
And I used to be nervous about this drill because, bro, I could not guard. And so that shit just used to sit in the back of my mind. Like, I got to get better at defense. So it's just how I always been wired to like work on shit that I'm not good at.
Do you still do that drill to this day?
Nah, I don't do that drill no more.
Do that drill no more?
Because I mean, I'm good at defense. Like I feel like I can clamp anybody. You know what I mean? I feel like, but at that point in time, it was like, this is coach. You sure?
That was one you didn't like.
What was one skill that maybe that you were adding during a summer and things like that you felt like needed some extra attention, in the sense of some things probably come real easy to you, whether that's shooting, doing a step back going left is a lot easier for me than going right and doing the step back. So were there any of those skills that you were adding that you felt like, okay, this one's a little bit, like, I'm glad I'm working on this right now because I'm not naturally, getting this.
Everything was just like an evolution. Like, I used to play a ton of one-on-one when I was little. And thankful for that. I think that's a lost art with kids is playing one-on-one basketball, because I learned at a young age how to get my shot off. I learned how to make shots with hands in my face, like, and I learned how to get comfortable with that. And then from there, it was just a progression of like, all right, how do I learn creativity? Like, where does the creativity come from to create and do different things and different moves, and how, you know, like I would go through moves as if someone was guarding me. Like, that's why I'm so good with change directions. My game is really herky jerky, and it's built off of moving my defender and then counter it quick. And that's all just comes from me, like, pretending someone's in front of me, working on like, all right, if I go slow here and then fast, I got an advantage. You know what I mean? And a lot of it just came from just being in the gym, just working on my shit. Like, and again, I was so comfortable with making shots with people with hands in my face that all I had to do was just get to a point, get to a spot, raise up, regardless if a hand is there or not. Like, I'm confident I can knock this down. So that's where like my offensive game came in display. And when it was time for me to be the guy, it just happened so easily because like I had that in my game. I just never showed it yet. Mm-hmm. But now it just came to, all right, once I can show it, like now the creativity is just going to start rolling.
Yeah, I'm glad that you said the one-on-one is a lost art, because I believe in that a lot. Mm-hmm. And you see with Instagram and all these trainers, they got these kids doing these drills, you know, whatever it may be. It's like none of that stuff is actually going to translate into the game. And I think kids are so, it's just drill orientated right now rather than being like a game-like move, a game-like play.
Exactly.
You don't need to do all that extra stuff.
Exactly.
You need 2 dribbles to be able to score. Like, it's just a lost thing. I just feel like kids don't just go outside and play basketball anymore.
They don't. The best.
iPadding.
They iPadding. They doing that shit on 2K.
iPad.
The best playmakers are the best in ISOs. Think about that. Like the top playmakers in the league are good playmakers because they're so good offensively with ISOing. And because when you're ISOing, like me, I got the ultimate confidence that I can score on the guy in front of me. I'm never like worried about who's guarding me. It's always like what the defense behind him, like what is, because I know he gonna need help. Where is the help coming from? And so, and that goes along with like the best playmakers. Like CP been a great playmaker through his careers because he used to be great at one-on-one, great at like little motherfucker get his shot up off at the elbow. He can get his shot off at the box. Like, and so like I just think cats got to revert back to playing one-on-one. Like kids revert back to playing one-on-one. That's going to elevate your game so much.
Playing one-on-one on my player career mode.
Do that shit outside.
I don't want to do that no more.
Please.
I don't want to do that.
And that's why guys got set shots, because they don't know how to get their shit off, because like they don't know how to play one-on-one.
Yeah.
Can't get your shit off in one-on-one because
y'all go to PG Elite, y'all can learn all of that.
What is shout out
go,
PG
Jay.
Elite.
Come on, man. Go
Shout
to
out PG Elite,
baby.
my AAU program.
So with the great compliment from Iggy talking about how you're the second most talented player in the NBA, if you were going to make a PG's top 5 in the NBA, excluding yourself, who would you put up in your top 5 as the most talented players in the league?
We got a lot of talented motherfuckers on our team. I'm gonna throw our team out of it just for the sake of like shouting out other great talent across the league. At my point, I'm gonna go with LaMelo. LaMelo, it's a split. I'm gonna go LaMelo and Lonzo.
Whoa, why you couldn't just say him by himself? Why you had to split him? He was there. He was cool by himself when you said him.
Wait, are you actually putting Lonzo in there, or are you just saying that as a joke?
No, I'm going LaMelo and Lonzo. I think both of them have
Shout out
pure
to the ball, brothers.
talent. Actually, I would say Lonzo more pure talent than LaMelo.
I take it either way.
Why?
They both ball brothers.
What
I don't
can't-
agree with you.
What can't Lonzo do?
Shoot?
He shot 40%.
Yeah,
what
but
his brother
compared to
shoot?
LaMelo, well, first of all, Lonzo
shot
doesn't even
40
play basketball, so you have to be you have to be. Injuries is a thing, so the guy hasn't even been on the court in a while.
He hasn't
Been
been,
on the
but
court in
we're
2
going
years.
off of the talent that he is.
Oh, I think LaMelo's
All-star,
way more talented than his
2
brother.
Rookie of the year. Just go off
LaMelo
of that.
can't play defense,
Yes, he
Yeah,
can.
or he's not known for his defense.
Sneaky D.
Correct, but he's younger.
not long.
He's going to learn that by just being out there.
The age has nothing to do with it.
He's sneaky D. That's how he play.
No, Lonzo. What can't Lonzo do? He can guard.
Okay.
He can
Agree.
shoot.
Agree.
He can play make. His IQ He can rebound great for his position.
Yeah.
What can't Lonzo do?
Ball
Can't
fan, so
stay
everything
healthy.
You saying I'm loving.
That has nothing to do with the game.
Yes, it does. That's like saying
You can't say that.
why not?
Look at our boy.
Yeah, but
That has nothing. Being healthy has nothing to do with talent. Like
I
it's
think
just
it's
being unfortunate.
I think there's a talent in staying healthy. I think that is something that some guys have.
That's a work ethic. That's a.
Okay. I'm
wouldn't
arguing right now,
associate
and I
that.
don't want to lose this battle. But I think LaMelo's more talented than his brother. That's all.
I agree both ways.
Okay. you all about it. Jello too.
Hey, Jello. I feel sorry for you, man. Because you gonna get your opportunity.
He gonna get his opportunity.
Because I watched the G League to make sure to see if you on a team, and I'm not sure if you on one right now because
He
so much other stuff going on.
He great in his own. Like they all can't have all the talent. Like somebody gotta get left with a little bit.
Somebody, you know.
LeVar sprinkled a little less in that one.
Yeah, you know.
That's sick.
But look, I take
gave him the
LaMelo
best
and
shooting.
Lonzo all day though.
He the best shooter out of all of them. He gave him all the shooting.
They had him on the team for 3 days.
Yeah. At shooting guard, I'm gonna go Jaylen Brown.
That's a good one.
I think Jaylen Brown's skill set is through the roof. I think he can do everything.
The mask right now.
The mask, he's an elite scorer. He can handle, he can play make, athletic.
Agree.
There's not much I don't see him being able to do. And he's one of my favorite young players.
I already know he about to pick the third.
I'm rolling with it. Yep. I like
At
that
third,
You going with Tatum?
At third,
going with
I
Tatum.
like Tatum. I like Tatum a lot. I think I'm gonna go with and Tatum is deserving. He's a huge talent. But at third, I think this dude is a sleeper and don't get talked about enough. I'm gonna go Ingram.
Oh,
It's another guy that can do everything. He can do everything.
I like Ingram.
He's an underrated playmaker. He's a scorer. Like he takes the challenge on defense.
And he ain't no punk.
And he
punk.
throw them
To
paws.
fight
He
everybody.
be out there throwing them
You
paws.
see how he got involved with
Ooh, he
Chris
tried to
Paul?
sleep. He tried to sleep him, didn't he?
Yeah, when Rondo, he went over there. What? And boy, it was
Definitely tried to
on.
sleep him.
I think the most impressive thing about Brandon Ingram is the shirt that he plays on underneath his jersey. He's the only guy that have
Only
you seen
guy.
the shirts? It's like
Now tell me
it's
something.
not like a pro club. It's like this kind of like shoulder cut shirt. It's like
Yeah.
a weird shirt. I'm like, dude,
You like
that-
it?
No, I think it would be super uncomfortable to play with like
With something
yeah,
underneath the jersey.
go look at the shirt that he
I've
wears
never paid
underneath, and
attention
it's
to
like
that choice,
that's
though,
crazy to me.
That's a good. I like
Don't play no
Ingram.
games. That's why I like him.
Yeah, I like Ingram. At 4 is the easiest and obvious Giannis. Like that's
Oh yeah.
his talent, his skill set. Like that's a gifted athlete, a gifted playmaker.
I just wish his jumper was way better.
That's the only knock. But like everything else he does is so great that like that's the least of your concerns is he can't shoot at a high clip. But he's shown he'll make it when it counts. He'll make them when they matter. Like and guys like his game is so good in the perimeter or in the paint and getting to the rim that like he can burn you from 3 just because he's gonna shoot the motherfuckers wide open because you're so scared of him getting to the rim. So I think he's very skilled and can pretty much do everything on the floor. And at my 5, I'm gonna go with Joel. I'm gonna go with Joel at 5.
It's a good
It's a
one.
toss up between him and the Joker.
You already know why I'm gonna go with Joel.
Yeah, it's a toss up between them two.
He deserves it
because they
this
both like their skill levels are extremely high. They both can do both, or they both can do everything. They both play, and make plays on both ends. Joel is just such a force, and just like think of like old 90s centers where he's just punishing people and have that ability to punish people. Like, yeah, I'm a big fan of Joel's
Like
game.
you tall as hell. How tall is Joel up close? I ain't never seen him. Like
Joel
what
like
do he look
7'2".
like?
Joel like 7'1", 7'2".
He's just as tall as Looney.
Nah, he way bigger than Louis.
But wait. He how tall is Joel?
He like 7'1", 7'2".
And how
7
tall?
something.
And how tall is the big dude that got all the commercials? What's his name?
Who?
He like the big.
Boban.
Boban.
How tall is he up close?
He's like 7. He's
6.
taller than that. He's like 7'5", 7'6".
Lee, man, height. Joel Embiid that big, but that's a good choice, man. I'm just tripping off his height because he so big and doing all that. He got all that talent.
Yeah, all that
height and
talent.
weight.
Like the way, I think the most impressive thing is like the way he can like change his body and he can be nimble at times.
Yeah,
like
he's athletic. He's
like nobody that size can Euro and miss you. You know what I mean? Like
can't teach that.
you can't teach that. He has great feet. Like great feet. Change directions. Great. Like that's a generational talent right there.
I'm a big fan, and obviously you a big fan of him too, so that's a good thing. And speaking of fan, we got a new segment, y'all. It's called Fan Mail. It's our first time getting fan mail. That means
I'm hyped about
Podcast
this.
P is blowing
We got fans.
Podcast P blowing up. We got fan mail.
Message.
But they nosy as hell. The fans is nosy as hell.
wanna know?
They want to know stuff. You know what I'm saying? I read some stuff. Somebody gonna say they want to know how we became friends.
How we became friends.
Yeah, they want to know how we became friends.
Well, me and Dow, they came found your boy in Palmdale. They came found the little homie in Palmdale, and we became friends through AAU.
Okay, that's how y'all
AAU
became.
basketball. What? 13? No, like 14, 15 years old.
15, somewhere around there.
That's when I was first introduced to the AAU circuit.
Tell them about me.
This is
We go through this a lot.
Yeah,
don't really
this is a
know
little
when we
iffy
met.
right here.
I don't really know when we met.
Want me to tell you again?
When?
I keep
You don't
telling
even
you.
know. You
we
said-
met in Vegas. The first time at Floyd at the Louis Vuitton store. You was with A1 big ass nose. He was nosy. That's A1, one of the homies, y'all. That's one A1, one of the homies. You was with A1. I think you was for show with YTT.
With YT.
Was YTT. And that was the first time we met. Then I seen you. Daniela, this was back in the day, Daniela. We was at the Playboy mansion. And we was just chilling.
The Crocs on.
Yeah, I had the Crocs at the Playboy mansion. And we met at that time. And ever since, that was about, I'm going to say about.
Right.
That was at least, that was years ago because he was alive at the time. Hugh Hefner.
Hugh Hefner. That was about a good 9,
It was some years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah, we met at the Playboy, Vegas, and
Yeah, that's right. I do remember. I do remember seeing you.
And y'all want to know how we really got tight though? Not just us being great people and everything. Goddamn video game.
Goddamn video game brought us close.
Brought us even more closer. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, and then but yeah. Tell them how you met Pete though. The same thing.
Well, he kind of just went over that already. So,
Yeah, he went over that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's fan man. They just want to be nosy. They got some more questions for us though.
Okay.
Okay, they want to know. They nosy. If it's ain't for me and you, this mo for P.
Okay.
They want to know who the best dressed Clipper is. You know what I'm saying? Is it Russ? Is it you?
Yeah.
Is it T-Mac? Is it Bones? Is it Kawhi?
Coach
Who
Lou.
Man, T-Man.
T-Man? I was just
T-Mac.
saying. I was just saying T, and I was saying the new dude Bones.
Okay.
See,
okay.
y'all think y'all be knowing everything.
You
and I
said
just-
You said T-Mac, but it's cool.
I said T-Mac.
Yeah, you said
I
T-Mac.
was giving you love because you like
Who's the
T-Mac.
best dressed Clipper?
Yeah, who the best dressed Clipper?
Best
man?
dressed Clipper. I mean, it's Russ, hands down. It's Russ. Like Russ, it's a cheat code because you got your own brand.
Yeah.
Like you can wear your own shit.
Why you
It's
say
gonna look
Russ?
right on you.
Yeah.
Because
You know what I mean?
Russ be wearing cactus and shit sometime. You don't know what he wear. He'll wear this damn table and come to the game. So I'm just saying, I love Russ because
Yeah.
he has no fear. But this best, he gonna come with this.
I
on
mean,
his head.
he's a fashion icon. Like he's
I love it.
a fashion, like Russ because of his outfits and the way he expressed. Like Russ off the court. You know what I mean? Like a lot of NBA guys, like him just because they're basketball players. Like Russ for being a great basketball player. Russ for his fashion statements, his fashion outfits. Like it's dope. Like I think it's dope.
So you're not gonna give your credit your credit your sister no credit for styling you?
Yeah. Shout out my sister. Shout out my sister.
You could have been best dressed.
I could have been best dressed. I'm gonna keep it 100 though. I'm gonna keep it 100
Yeah,
though.
we love her. The hand-me-downs are great. You know what I mean? When he's done wearing something, it's just like
I give it to the homies.
It's awesome.
But I think I'm up there. I think T-Man's definitely a runner-up in that. T-Man definitely is swaggy. Yeah, Mook comes with some shit here and there, some swag.
What about Zubac?
Nah.
What about Zubac?
Big Zoo, shout out Big Zoo, man. Shout
Zubac
out
look
Big
like
Zoo.
he'll wear a suit with some New Balance and they like a size 15. And you like Zubac? What? Like Zubac, you wore the wrong shoes today. Like, come on, Zubac, we done told you.
Zubac got his own swag. Like he got the big man swag. Like, he comes with his own big man swag.
The big man
He got the big man Euro swag. You know
I
what I
hate
mean?
to be too tall. They got a special order everything.
Special order. You can't get shoes you want.
Look goofy. Like I'm
Toughest part.
like Shaq's starting to look. I ain't gonna say nothing because Shaq could say something. So go ahead.
Yeah.
So
You don't want to start that one.
Nah.
the next
He keep
question.
receipts.
The next question comes from @LikeGods, and the question is: was this world a cosmic accident or a creation? And if so, to elaborate on the response.
Oh my God. Well, first of all,
What y'all believe in and what you don't.
I believe it's through creation. You know what I mean? Obviously, I believe in God. I believe in creation. He created all of this. But there's just theories in life.
Who asked this question?
Like God. So
Like
we
God.
believe in creation. So that was the
I believe
answer
in creation.
to that.
God created this shit. Let's. I believe in there's creation and I believe there's evolution as well. Like I believe shit evolves. Like yeah,
What about the aliens, P? What about the aliens?
I believe there's aliens, but again, I don't. Yes,
Why?
yes, I believe in aliens.
And so an alien.
I don't believe they're fucking these big-headed, green-looking motherfuckers.
Well,
though.
okay, what's your version of
We're
alien
sitting
look
with an
like
alien.
then? Since we got the version of what they look like.
I think it's like.
What's your version?
I think Men in Black was like a great
like they're low key, like people low key. but
Yeah, they're like
actually
low. I think
aliens?
they're like people in plain sight, but like we don't know.
Yeah, stop it. There's no aliens, bro.
You don't think there's aliens?
No, bro. The human. There's no other.
There's
little,
no other,
There's
like,
no
life
other
out there.
civilization out there that we don't know about.
Hey, shut the fuck up. It's no aliens.
There's no. You don't believe in aliens, but you believe.
Just anyways, P. Dave Mill.
Charles Barkley was an
Dave
alien.
Mill the third. He want to know what's your favorite video game system.
Favorite video game system all time? Ooh.
This is a tough one.
That's a tough one. Because we grew up in different. We had every system. Probably.
We didn't have every system. I'm gonna say obviously PlayStation, just because of like
That's what we doing now. Yeah.
I grew up like the partnership, all of that. But like what introduced me to like the level of gaming now, and it's a OG. I'm gonna say the Dreamcast. I'm gonna say the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Fire. The Dreamcast
hated
like
Dreamcast.
introduced us to like the gaming of today.
Remember
hated
2K on the Dreamcast with the.
Yeah, you had the
Arrows,
fucking
like-
memory card in the middle, like plug that shit in.
Yeah, I was a Nintendo 64 guy. That was like when I got my first Nintendo 64. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, I was playing Mario.
GoldenEye,
Ooh,
Super Smash
Pops would
Brothers.
only let me play on the paintball mode. I'm like, cool. Hey,
the paintball mode. That's right. Did you get the golden gun? Was you?
I had everything.
I can't
Come on,
even
you know.
get in this,
Yeah,
this
do.
conversation. I didn't own a Dreamcast.
Did you
own
play
a
video
Dreamcast?
games?
No, I did, but I didn't like Dreamcast.
What'd you like?
What did you play at that? Like
I liked
that was a
Atari. I like Nintendo.
God damn, Atari.
I like the Super Nintendo. I had Super
Sheesh.
Nintendo.
I don't even think that was out when I was born.
I had Super.
Hello.
I'm older than you, P. Super Nintendo.
Did they have just one? Was it like a Atari 1, Atari 2? Like what?
It was just one Atari.
It was just one Atari.
My favorite probably back then was Sega Genesis.
Sega.
Sega Genesis was my shit.
I had the Sega. I had the Sega Genesis. I had the Sega. It was a couple
That's
Segas.
why I
that
fell
came
in
out.
love with PlayStation, because
Yeah.
it was like just because of the Sega. I don't even know who was they. They wasn't Sony, right? Who was
Sony.
Sega?
Sony.
It was-
Oh, Sega was Genesis.
They was okay Genesis. So just because of the S,
Or it was Sega.
I don't know
Sega
what
was
it-
the.
Sega's okay. That's why I fell in love.
Had me fucked up.
That's why I picked PlayStation over the Xbox. Back then.
Xbox. What was your? Because I feel like everybody goes through this same path. Like I went from the Sega. I went from Sega to PS1 to PS2 to Xbox 360
Yeah,
to PS4
that's
You
crazy.
gotta
to
be-
PS5. Right? Like that's.
Yep.
I feel like everyone I've talked to.
Every
there was-
real gamer, you know.
every real gamer
no one
went
plays
through-
Xbox
I went through every
anymore.
PlayStation.
Yeah,
I went through
yeah.
every
For little
number of
kids.
PlayStations. Everyone, definitely every number of PlayStations.
You had all of them.
Everyone. Only
I didn't have PS3. That was the Xbox 360. That's when I feel like 360 took over.
It
I
did.
never owned.
They had the Halo.
That's
like everything.
I never
2K.
owned Xbox.
What about favorite video game? Regardless of the system, what's your favorite game?
Favorite video game.
This is a tough one because I got a lot of good games that I used to love.
Contra.
Contra was nice. Not people don't know about the Contra. On Sega. Oh my God, Contra was fun.
Contra was dope.
I just hated you couldn't save shit, so you get far as fuck.
Just gotta hope it take you back, and you gotta play all night.
Man, all night till you get back to that. Who remember that shit? You
gotta blow it, put Aqua Rub.
Right. You had to wiggle the fucking game, just see if it pop on.
You thought you had a little trick that you would do. Watch it.
Right.
I told you.
Right. Your shit ain't working. My shit do work. Here, give it to me. I know what to do.
You had to get the cotton swab and clean all of the thing. I used to hate that.
Shit be brown as hell after you done swabbed it out.
What's your favorite game?
We didn't go through. Yeah, what
I've had so many. I have a game that's like this. This will not, of course, like Call of Duty. Halo's probably my favorite game ever, the original Halo. But one game that I really liked, and I don't think you played this game. Were you a Pokemon guy growing up?
Oh, huge Pokemon
Dude,
guy.
Pokemon Snap. I was one of the best photographers
on 64?
in the whole world, bro. Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Just like
that Pokemon Snap was fun.
dude, my poor
Take me through it. You would go through like a ride or something, right?
Bro,
and then the shit would just pop out. You gotta be like.
And then they would like grade the picture. And then there was a couple little like.
Was you getting like 2 or 3 of them in one shot, like? Because you got points for getting like multiple ones in the shot.
Yeah. But that game to me, like I had so much fun playing that game. But
Pokemon Snap. Okay.
Halo, Pokemon Snap.
I'm gonna say the NCAA football.
Oh, you hit us with that one.
Yeah. That was like the best game. NCAA football is like the best game created.
But there's so many. We could have.
They're bringing it back, right?
Jam. We could have.
You could have said NBA Jam,
Yeah,
Tecmo
but that's
Bowl.
Street,
You could have said
Street, NBA
Fight
Street.
Night.
NBA Street, and that game was awesome.
NBA
bro.
Street was
NBA
fun.
Street was
NBA
ill.
Street was fun. You get to play with like my team. I used to have both MJs. Stretch.
Yeah, Stretch was crazy.
Mike Tyson punch out.
That's all. Now it's time for my favorite segment, the Social Corner. Today we got Jasmine Watkins, the queen of NBA Twitter. We got a good one from her. What we got?
What's up, PG? Jasmine here. Big fan of the show. Appreciate the shout out on my whole head tweet. I gotta know, as somebody who has changed numbers, PG13 versus PG24, who you taking one-on-one?
Oh, she talking. That's all you right there, P.
Okay, what are we going? This is a good question. I like this question.
This is a good
Very
question.
good one.
PG24, I got to box him. Like we getting into it.
You got a box 24. Okay.
I got a box 24. Like we gonna fade that game. I was out to prove something every night. I just had a nasty hunger. PG24 was like, I'm trying to destroy you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
No bullshit. Like I had that mentality. Like I used to just be in a dark place when I go on the court. And it was just cause like I didn't want to be cool. I didn't want to be friends. Like I just wanted to destroy you on both ends. And I had the endurance, I had the stamina, I had like my whole thing was like I'm gonna reach this thing to the I'm gonna be the last one standing in this fight. Like that was my approach. So PG24 was a dog.
Why you picked the number 24?
Cold. 100%. Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
So are you picking 24 or what's your choice?
I'm explaining the two different.
Okay, just want to make sure.
PG13 was more of the like I know what I'm capable of. Like I'm established. I'm poised. Like this is not necessarily the finished product, but this is the better version where I don't have to go down that road to get to where I want to get to. You know what I mean? Like it was like, all right, I'm confident enough that I don't need to be in that place anymore. So it's tough because obviously PG24 was before the injuries, and that was a tough matchup from a defensive standpoint. So I think now going against that version, I'm way more gifted offensively than I was when I was PG24. So it'll be a good ass clash, but I think PG13 comes out on top.
I agree.
That was beautiful, dude.
I like.
That was some.
Yeah, that
like
was
the
honestly, man. That you
That was
should
noble.
read a story or something like that.
That's noble.
I agree with you. I think that PG13, you know, when you got injured, you're so skilled that you don't need to be dunking on people like that. So
Right.
I think that PG13 would destroy. Like I don't even think it'd be close.
PG13 learned that defense he didn't know. That's what it is. PG13 shut you down.
Okay, well, wake up, dude.
I'm up.
That is a wrap for episode 8 on Podcast P. We appreciate y'all rocking with us once again. Shout out my guys, Dallas Rutherford and Jackie Long. And keep it going, keep it rolling, keep it flowing. Yes, sir.
So reminder, new episodes dropping every Monday for the rest of the NBA season. Make sure you go follow us on YouTube and turn on those post notifications so that you don't miss any episodes. And as always, make sure you go follow us on all our social channels at Podcast P Show. And lastly, Jackie, we need your last words.
Man, shout out to all the people on the social corner always asking us questions. Shout out to our new fans out there that's giving us all that love and keep asking us all the nosy questions because we just be playing and having so much fun. And shout out, like always, to the producers behind this. We couldn't do it without them, y'all. They make us look good every day. Because if y'all know what's going behind this sometimes, y'all be like, what? But shout out to them, and we see y'all episode 8 this Monday.
You dig?